Good morning, this is Alabon, and welcome back for episode 22 of Courageous Korea. In our last two episodes, we fought a war with the Japanese that didn't go terribly well. The Japanese are one military tech ahead of us, and it's a big one. Level 8, you get very improved cavalry shock, infantry fire, combat with military tactics, and even the march and training fields, that's big too. So it's a massive level, and even though we have full offensive ideas and a whole bunch of cannons, unfortunately, we could not stand up to them. So in this episode, we're going to kind of lick our wounds. We did grab this province, which has an unrest of 0, thanks to autonomy and all of our troops here. Yeah, minus 4.41, not bad. So we're going to, again, as a recurring theme in this Let's Play, try to get out of debt again. Debt of 570. We actually have a pretty healthy balance right now, 113, but we're going to take army maintenance down to the minimum because there's no chance of a revolt there. Let's take a quick look here. So 18.5 years mean time to happen for that revolt, 29.4 for that revolt, so nothing to worry about. And we are already coring that province. Our religious unity is actually not that bad anymore. So I think we're going to let our war exhaustion tick down, and once we finish coring this province... actually, that's a little longer than I thought it was going to be. Maybe we'll just boost our stability now and get that nice tax income again. Because we're just going to save a couple of admin points at most. We do have a national focus set in military power, which is good. Unfortunately, though, we're just saddled still with this bad king. With military skill is nice, but we're just starved for points. We have this wonderful heir who is already, you know, of age and who, you know, could ascend to the throne if our current king dies. And they're I mean, so they're 20 years apart in age. Oh, I'm really unhappy that there was just another uprising there. You know, I mean, I've done tons of sort of colonial type playthroughs, and usually 3 aggressiveness is fine. You don't have to babysit that. I mean, I've had innumerable provinces complete without any uprisings with 3 aggressiveness. But not here. And I have my army maintenance on 0, so I can't even send over troops. That's really frustrating. At least Niska'a will be done very soon. Possibly within the next year, or at least 2 years, almost certainly. So because I put maintenance on 0, these are not reinforcing, and they are very far in, you know, manpower debt. We would need about 7,100 men, and we have 2,700 in the bank. So as far as I'm concerned, there's just no reason to begin reinforcing because we can't do it properly yet. And it would just cost us a lot of money. And the last thing we want right now are more loans. So we're going to repay loans as they hit. Speaking of, when would our next one hit? 1st of February. Oh, so it's just about to. Okay. Let's just pay that before the pop-up appears. Pretty healthy balance, though, now. 5.7 ducats a month. Disagreeing advisor. He kind of has a point. That's what I always do. Off with his head. Just kills your advisor. Wastes money. Here, you spend 5 prestige to get 25 of some kind of power. Let's hope for military. And yes, we got military power. Very nice. Alright, that just brings us one step closer to getting this. Enough power in 1546. A little over 2 years. About 2.5 actually. Alright, let's convert Sakhalin from shamanism to Confucianism. Yeah, recall that diplomat from the Ming. So we are at 200. You know, if the Ming had joined us in that war, I bet we would have won. It's actually really hurt our military capabilities that we annexed all of our vassals. Well, there's Niska'a. Hopefully it'll tick over this month. Or this month. Please. There we go. So now we do have a little judgment call to make. I'd love to grab Miwok because it's nice high base tax. Actually, no, it is just 3 aggressiveness. That one's 2 aggressiveness, but just 1 base tax. So yeah, we will send a settler. And in the meantime, that's 1 less colony that we're paying colonial maintenance for. So it looks like we might be able to just pay off all these loans on schedule. So missionary, nothing we can do about that. Colonial maintenance, nothing we can do about that. Fleet maintenance, unless we actually disbanded our fleet, which we're not going to do. Nothing we can do about that. They all non-active ships are mothballed. Army maintenance is at minimum interest. We're paying off our loans, so we're getting rid of that. And advisor maintenance, we only have 2 advisors, and it is not frugal to fire your advisors and then hire them back later. It does waste money. Besides which, we really need military points. This guy's 73, my god. Alright, there's another colony finished. Now getting plus 11 per month. That's a very healthy balance. Let's think about this. Oh, that's nice. Only 2 aggressiveness, 500 natives, and 2 base tax. So we'll start on them. And Miwok, we'll get there in 90 days. Really, at this point, I don't expect that the Japanese would ever declare war on us, as long as we have the Ming as our, not overlord, as our ally. You know, they can't attack us. So even though we seemingly cannot overpower them right now, at least we're at a stalemate, which means that we are free to pursue our colonial game. At least for the moment. I would still really like to knock Japan out of the game, get them as my vassal. Although if they themselves have these vassals of the Date and the Uesugi, I'm not sure if it's still the case that you cannot vassalize someone who has vassals themselves. That's probably still the case. Alright, that core will be done very soon in Tosa, that province that we took. You know, I'm thinking we may as well keep someone at the Ming improving relations, because we don't have much use for diplomats right now. We could continue fabricating claims, and may as well do that. Actually, where else do we have China where? Setsu. Yeah, that's a good province. So if we get Harima, Awa, and Setsu, along with Echu and Kai, by that point, we might be able to vassalize them. So we will claim Setsu. And I haven't even looked at our possible missions. Colonize Manila. And there was claim our rival's province. That's a Oirat Horde province. Let's start with colonize Manila. We'll go back here. We will say recall. That has a chance of causing an uprising, but it did not. Now we'll just go over to Manila, which is very close to us. 76 days, not bad. We'll start a colony there, immediately end the colony. And then we can try for that colonize, or not colonize, claim Ude mission. 30 days till Manila hits. We'll maintain that diplomat. keep changing my mind. Okay. Colonial enthusiasm. Now we recall and abandon. That's awkward that that hit right at a tick, because that means we had to pay the maintenance for that colony. That really bugs me. Claim Uday. And we will take this guy back from the Ming, because I want to get claiming on Setsu. Alright, so now we have colonial enthusiasm. Oh, I didn't resend. It's unfortunate that that takes about a year for him to get there, but colonial enthusiasm definitely makes up for it. And it's nice to have a province nearby to get colonial enthusiasm from. I had a Let's Play, well, not actually a Let's Play, but a game some months back, I suppose, where the province I had to colonize for the colonial enthusiasm mission was itself like a year and a half away, and that was very frustrating. Okay, repay the loan, yes. We still have a pretty healthy balance. 8 ducats. So I can make a judgment call here as to whether I want to continue. 47, that's not bad. But for the 101 months, that's starting to get up into territory where it's just not really worthwhile. I mean, that's almost 10 years. And especially for these ones that are already Buddhist, we don't actually get much of a benefit because we already have a 3 tolerance for Buddhism versus a 4 tolerance for Confucianism, so it's kind of what's the point other than just getting religious unity, which as a stat certainly has its own virtues. Oh, here's our military technology, so we absolutely want that. We have a huge neighbor bonus. Yeah, I think we're actually getting this ahead of our expected schedule, probably because the neighbor bonus has been ticking up. We'll also grab the Diplotech there. And that'll be 1554. That's not too bad either, actually. Yeah, 8 years. Oh, I'm sad that that advisor died, because we do need military points, but we're also still in a kind of shaky area monetarily. That expires in about a year, and in the meantime, yeah. So again, this is very much a catching our breath kind of episode, but we are now pursuing this colonial policy that we've been talking about this whole time. We will take this Haida territory pretty soon. That might be our next war. We already have the Casus Belli. Alright, got some military power that way. That'll be a good mission. Siberia. Get 125. I doubt that they care for us. Actually, we could get to 125. That wouldn't be too difficult, but it would take a while. Of course, it would also take a while to get Miwok up. But I'd rather just take that. And we may as well just keep claiming things. I guess it'd be best to claim things I have a chance of maybe taking in a war, because most of these I don't have much interest in. So what other places have the Chinaware? There aren't that many. So Echizen. So we'll claim Echizen. Well, we I guess I kind of missed it when it happened, but we have now passed 1544, so we're more than 100 years into the game. I do want to reinforce this army eventually, but it would be best if we can get all the loans repaid first, especially because after we reinforce them, that's more troops to actually pay for in maintenance. So by keeping this army artificially small right now, we're actually saving money. And we are less than halfway to our manpower cap anyway, so we're certainly not at risk of wasting manpower. Now, I would like to, at some point, choose a province that we can snowball into a massive manpower province. Yeah, gain 35 manpower in Gyeongju, which is down there. That's not a bad province, really. But yeah, the province that you do that in has to be one where you can build a march. So that's manpower 30, 5, which is rather awful. Although local autonomy plays a role there. Let's take a quick peek. So absolutely no instability right now. War exhaustion is at 0. Let's repay that loan. And in fact, we could repay our other loan in probably 1 month. But I've learned that that is often a bad thing to do, because as soon as you repay that loan and have like 0 money, invariably an event will hit that costs you some money, and then you have to take the loan right back out and pay all of the interest fees and get the inflation that comes along with that. Very frustrating. Really, the Haida have insulted us. That surprises me. Legitimately surprises me. Well, I suppose... Let's unmothball those ships. And actually, we'll leave them in that port for the moment. Let's check our supply ship reach. So this is all good. That's not good for some reason. That one's fine. Fine, fine. Not fine. So we have a couple places where we could take attrition. Huh. So we might actually want to fill in Kodiak or Eyak at some point. Or even Sitka. I mean, this specific province doesn't really make a difference. But I think we're going to call it an episode there. In our next episode, we're going to ferry an army over to the New World. And at some point before the end of next episode, we will take over the Salish. It should be an easy fight. They have no allies. They have actually no diplomatic relations whatsoever. Easy peasy. Alright, so good night, sleep tight, and don't let the Grayskin bite. Bye-bye.